Bluebonnet Hornet readers. This is another one of the Bluebonnet books on the list. It is a nonfiction biography picture book called Sharuko, Peruvian archaeologist Julio C. Tello. And it's written by Monica Brown and illustrated by Elisa Chavarri. All right. So this is the story of Julio Tello, and he grew up as a young boy in Peru, and he was and here's a map so you can see. Don't know where Peru is, I hope you do. He as a boy used to love to go explore the mountains and caves around where he grew up. And he and his brother, in doing exploring in caves and things, found some artifacts. And so they found these cool artifacts, and they looked at them, and they gave them to a museum and things like that. And this was some of the artifacts from his ancestors. And he, in Peru, the Spanish came in and tried to sort of destroy the culture there, the language, the art, they burned things. And this was sort of a way for him to honor his own heritage, to find these artifacts and put them back on display. And as he got older, he was very smart and he went to school and he decided to become an archaeologist. And he was sort of one of the first indigenous archaeologists. In other words, most of the time, people would come in as archaeologists to study lands and people and cultures that they did not grow up in, like sort of looking at them as an outsider looking in. But he decided that he wanted to study his own culture and look at the artifacts of the place where he grew up. And this was sort of a new thing in the world of archaeology, but it became very important because he understood the language, he understood the culture, and so he had some really important things to say about the artifacts and things that he discovered. So he went to school, became an archaeologist, eventually became the curator of a museum so we could put all of these things on display and you could still go see it today. So this book is about his story. And the illustrations are really phenomenal. They're very colorful. You get to see some of the artifacts that he found and that he was able to highlight and sort of bring back to the Peruvian people because these things had been lost. You see him out in the field working, and also his struggle to become the best student and archaeologist that he could. The other really cool thing about this book is that it is bilingual. So you have the Spanish text, and then you have the English text. So if you're working on your Spanish, this would be a great way to test yourself and see how much you know. I found this really fascinating. I had never heard of him before. And I thought it was really such a wonderful idea, of course, to have a person who grew up in the area study the culture and the findings and the artifacts of that time. So this is going to give you a lot of information about somebody that I hope you are excited about learning about. Come check it out.